Yes, thank you everyone for joining. As Victor was saying, I'm Rogério and I work for MoRENet, that is a Mozambican NRAN, and hope you all are familiarized with the concept of NRANs, that are National Research and Education Networks. And we are going today to talk about the MANRS, the program of securing our routing, our internet routing. I'm having some issues here. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Closer to your microphone.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, it's still very loud, very low. The volume is really, really low. We have issue hearing you, please. So
Yes, maybe it's my microphone. Now, can you hear me? Hello, Victor?
we
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is there someone who can hear me?
I can hear you in English.
Okay. So I was saying, my name is Rogério Muhate, and I work for MoRENet, that is Mozambique Research and Education Network, is a Mozambican NRAN. And we are part of MANRS. We are implementing the policy of MANRS since 2019. And talking about the security of the routing, first we have to know why does routing security matter. At the beginning of the internet, on the adoption of the BGP, the security was not the matter for many for the operators. The networks were based on the trust. So and because there are many low networks, the people were not dealing with the security issues. It means that they would trust each other in the terms of if someone, for example, were sending some bad announcements, they could call easily, because the operators were very reduced. So nowadays we see that the scene has changed. Has we have more than 7,000 of core networks in the world. We are talking here about the autonomous system, and each one has its own ISN. So to exchange information between those IS, we have to have a protocol between them. So the protocol used to exchange information in the borders of the networks of the autonomous system, we call it the BGP, and the BGP use correspondence table, which we call it the routing table, to pick the best route to the destination, and the algorithm of determining which path is the best depend on the protocol. Here in the BGP, there are many algorithms. There are many algorithms used to determine which is the best path or the shortest path to reach the destination of our packets. So as we were saying in the later slides, the security was not a concern of the operators when they adopted the BGP, and it was entirely based on trust between networks. It means when they trust each other in terms that they knew no one would announce bad routes, no one would send bad announcements, no one would like or desire to stole some information, but it changed nowadays. So that's why we're now making all the efforts for securing our internet, for securing our protocol, and the protocol of the internet is the BGP. I mean, in the borders of the IS. And the concept of trustness was based on that all the networks will know what they are announcing and what they are receiving as announcements. So there are no any kind of validation of the origin, and any kind of there was any kind of concern with the security. So nowadays we can see the incidents on in the routing happens across the internet. In all the internet, there are the incidents happening. Even now we are here. There in some point of the world there is an incident happening. So you can find and these two links at the bottom some information about some incidents on the BGP, one in the 2020 and another in 2019. So in 2019, over 10,000 routing outage or attacks. It means I'm sorry. There were more than 10,000 attacks in the internet, and such attacks were BGP hijacking, IP spoofing, and so on. And it in terms of losses, it caused many counts, many enterprise has lost so much money, so, and about 40% of all network incidents, and almost 4% of IS on the internet were affected. We are talking here about 2019, and some updated information, or some other information of 2020 you can find in the links that were sent in the chat. Here we can see the incidents per country and per types. A route leak or hijack in some countries, we can see here at the amounts of them. And because the incident happened, there are many articles written across the world, and you can see here some of them noticing about the DDoS or caused with the attacks, talking about BGP hijacking, spoofing. So they some of them cause some denial of service attack, and we can see in many articles. So for one of the common reason for happen of the incidents, we can see in the misconfiguration of our routing our routing information, some insecure routing, some misconfigurations when the network administrators are configuring their equipment, and so, for some reason they can make some errors. So because of that, we can attack another networks, but some other attacks can happen due to deliberate attacks. So for some deliberate individual attacks from attackers. And so we have been talking about routing incidents. So what are them? Here we find some kind of incidents, the prefix or route hijacking, in when someone pretend to send some information as he's another one. So we in the packets or that will be forwarded for certain destination will be forwarded for him as it pretended to be the destination. And this can cause some denial of service, because the right person will not receive the packets that will be forwarded for him. And one of the main solution will be the strengthening of our filtering policies. So many things main kind of solution will be based on our filtering policies. So if we succeed to strengthen our filtering policies, we can prevent from main attacks. Another one is a route leak, when a network operator with multiple upstream providers announce to be one or to know how to reach one upstream provider. For example, if someone receives is provided the internet from two providers, and another third one send information saying he knows how to reach the second provider. So all the information sent to that provider will be sent for that the person who says that he knows the to reach the second provider. So and if he doesn't know, the packets will never reach the correct provider. It can happen due to some accidental misconfiguration, or maybe some desirable configuration. If someone wants to stolen some information from the source or from the destination. And one way to solve this is also strengthening our filtering policies. Another one is IP address spoofing. When someone creates IP packets with a false source IP address. So I send information to some destination saying that I'm a person B while I'm a person 1. So, and it also can cause the DDoS attacks and can be also used for as a reflection of the of that kind of and as it is based on the source address. I pretend to be another source address. The way to solve it is validating the source address. It means, for example, if I announce my IP has of a IS1, for example, while I am IS2. If we do the source address validation in our network, we will see that the one who sends the packet is not from IS1, it's from IS2. So that is one way, is a way to prevent that kind of attack. And here we can see how it happens in the internet. The route hijacking, for example. And as we were saying, it can be accidentally when we are configuring our equipment, or deliberately from attackers, you know. And for example, here we can see that the customer is IS6501 and has a peer here with 505. So you want to reach the IS561. You know, I'm saying here the last three characters. So because someone has impersonated being to be another network here, the packet will not be sent for there, but for the one who impersonated as being the correct the correct origin, the correct destination. So in 2008, their attack, hijack attack in the YouTube. Sorry, Vidor, is someone seeing the chat? I'm seeing some message, and I don't know if some of them are doubts, and I have to stop. If I have to stop, you can interrupt me at any time.
It's fine for now. We can take questions when you are done, and we're fine for now.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, and the way it was fixed were strengthening the filters and the policies. So and it has I don't know if the people here saw the video and has read some of the MANRS concepts. So the work is the core the core concept of MANRS is collaboration. So main fix or main solution for the attacks will not be on the proper IS. It will be on the adjacent, on the neighbors. For example, the filtering policies. It or only the source IS to do the filtering, but also the neighbors, the adjacent network should do this, because when they are reached with some bad announcement, they will be able to catch it, to pick it, and prevent some attacks. So the collaboration for securing the internet, for securing the routing, will almost be needed. Okay. So as we are saying, someone is connected to two operators and announced to know the way, the path to reach another, and for some reason he lost that way, or he doesn't know, so it will be some route leak, because one operator or one IS will send packets to the one announced to know another provider, while he doesn't know. So the packets will never reach the destination provider. And there is another example of that kind of attack, or and once more, the way to fix it is by strengthening our filtering policies. Okay. Here we have IP address spoofing, which is when we use when we hide our true identity and impersonate to be another. We pretend to be another identity. So when we send information through the network, the people will, if they hasn't good policies, good manners of on their network, good configuration in their networks, they will receive it and trust that the person who sent it is really the source, while he isn't, or it isn't. One of example of this can be the DNS amplification attack. So when we send some spoofed requests for many resolvers in the internet, they will respond to many resolvers and pretending to be some origin, and hide our true identity. The resolvers would respond for that identity, and for example, we assume the identity I put in the packet is for my victim. So when the resolvers respond, they respond to the victim, and the victim will for example, use all this resource, and it will cause a DDoS. And one way of fixing it is making a source address validation. as we were talking in the later slides. We compare the source address of the packets with the source address we have in our tables if we are doing the validation. So there are many tools which can help us figure out these attacks. We can do the prefix or IS path filtering. We can implement our PKI validator. We can implement the BGP-SAC, but all of them, even together, will not be enough if we don't have a reliable data resource. So if we are not working in collaboration, you know, so we have to do all of them, but we have to keep collaborating with another networks, updating our policies, guarantee our data are reliable, and so on. And yes, as we were saying, the collaboration is the core for securing our routings or our internet. The more we work in collaboration, the more the more we make collaboration with another network operators, the fewer incidents will happen in our, but also in another ones, and we will have less damage in the internet. So, and the way of being part of those collaborations group, those collaboration community, where can be being part of MANRS, which provide some ways of reducing the routing threats in the internet, and implementing all the rules, all the policies in the MANRS. It will not be enough, but it will help a lot. It will help a lot. So as I was saying, the MANRS improve the security based on the collaboration. I'm trying to be first because the time is it's not, yeah. So the MANRS started the activities in 2014, and they are some kind of enterprise that can be part of the MANRS programs, and they are internet exchange points, and content delivery networks. So, and cloud providers also. And for example, MoRENet, which where I work, is a network provider, a network operator or network provider also, and is part of the MANRS program. So as I was saying, it was launched in 2014, and with some goals: raise awareness of routing security problems and encourage the implementation of action that can address them. It means we first have to learn what threats happened in the internet, and after knowing them, we start to implement action to figure out them, to address them, to prevent them, to fix them. Because sometimes we can start making some action while the attack has happened. So we can do the actions to fix the problems and also to prevent them. And the second one was is to promote a culture of collective responsibility. We work in collaboration. We are sharing. We are dividing the responsibility and the resilience and the security of the internet or in the global routing system. So yes, that's the advantage of working in collaboration. Another one was to demonstrate the ability of the internet industry to address routing security problems and provide the framework for network operators to better understand and address issues relating to the security and resilience of the internet's global routing system. So there, for the network operators, some actions that can be done in their networks are presented here, and as you can see here, the blue ones are mandatory, and they are filtering and spoofing, coordination, and global validation. So, and as we are going to show the slides, you can see how to what each one prevent. For example, the filtering can prevent the propagation of incorrect routing information, and another one, and preventing the propagation of incorrect routing. We are ensuring that what we are receiving and announcing is correct. For internet exchange points, we have also some actions here, and the action one, also here the blues one are mandatory, and the white are optional. So in the action one, we have to prevent propagation of incorrect routing information. So the same has the first one in the network operators, and we can implement the RPKI. We can filter the routes either in the regional resource or in our networks. And another action is to promote MANRS to the XP membership. So even in the network operators, there are some actions of promoting to engage match memberships, but here is a specific for the IXP. And another is for CDNs and cloud providers, and it was launched in 2020. And it helps by requiring routing controls so network can prevent incidents from happening. Some of the goal of the CDN program is to create a secure network peering environment, encourage better routing hygiene from peering partners, demonstrate responsibility behavior, improve operational efficiency for peering interconnection. It means we to be part of the MANRS program, we have to ensure we have to demonstrate our good behavior. We have to demonstrate our responsible behavior. And this is one way of preventing the attacks, the bad announcement to be done in the global routing. And some actions, and the actions for CDNs providers, you can find here, where you have prevent propagation of incorrect routing, prevent traffic with illegitimate source IP addressing, As we were seeing here, the IP spoofing, the facilitate global operational communication and coordination. Once again, a collaboration, facilitate validation of routing information on a global scale, and encourage MANRS adoption. So in all the action, we have to ensure there are some of them that will promote the adoption of the MANRS policies. Here, the business scale for MANRS and routing security. So implementing, what will gain implementing the MANRS actions? It will science an organization security forward posture and can eliminate SLA violations that reduce profitability of or cause customer relationships. So for when so the network operators, when they provide internet and for the customer, for example, there are some SLAs that they will sign. So implementing the MANRS action can reduce or eliminate the violations of those SLAs, because the routes the customer will receive, the announcement the customer will receive will be legitimate. Also will reduce routing incidents, helping networks readily identify and address problems with customers or peers. For example, if if I'm a network operator and I do good filtering policies, I do the validations, my customer will never receive bad announcement, will never be attacked. So it can help in that way. It can improve the network's operation by establishing better and clear appearing communication pathways. It means the paths that will be shared, the announcement that will be done will be trustful, and can address main concern of security focused enterprise and other customers. And everyone that are dealing with network and internet routing can benefit from the MANRS, can join the MANRS, and being part of this global community will help the infrastructure being more robust and secure. And the adoption of MANRS has to be consistent and updated. We may not adopt the MANRS this year. I adopted it and I'm done. No, we adopt it and we keep updating it, we keep informing it, we keep collaborating, we keep seeing what others are doing for securing their networks and the global network. So it is a continuous work, continuous adoption of the actions. So it's not the kind of the adoption and where that kind of adoption that is done and it stays that way forever. And as we are saying, the more we adopt it, the more we apply it, the more our configuration are based or are in accord of the MANRS action, the fewer incidents will occur either in our network or in the adjacent networks. And MANRS is an important step, but also once again not the last. We implement it and we keep we keep working, we keep updating the and we to adopt or to implement the MANRS, it requires a minimum of a very low risk and cost effective actions. It is a low risk and cost effective actions. And as I was saying, the MANRS is not a one-stop solution to the internet. We have to adopt it, but we have to keep updating. Here now we are going to talk about MANRS observators. So the MANRS observator provide a factual state of security and resilience of the internet routing system and track it over time. And some measurements that are verified here are transparent, passive, and evolving. So when we say transparent, about making accessible our data, we're talking about the routing data, for example, in the pairing DBs, for example, and another one. So using publicly accessible data, but the being passive is as the cooperation from networks will not be required, and the evolving MANRS community decide what gets measured and how. The MANRS Observatory Access was publicly launched in August 2019, and it used trusted, publicly available third-party data, which anyone may view aggregated their data, and to prevent some kind of attacks, the only the MANRS participant will have access to the detailed data about their own networks. It means if it is public, it will not be public for even for those who are not member of the or are not participating of the MANRS. And has always we still have some false positives, some lack of security, because there's some way, there always some way the attacks may occur. And here are some numbers for example about the routing security in the AppNIC. We can find it. We can find it in the MANRS and ISO pages, and so in our IRR we can also find some kind of these statistics, you know. And here we can see in per country, per region, and per incidence, how the states of the security in the routing. And we can see the amount of adoption of the RPKI that is already needed in our region, or mainly in Africa. Here it also shows the implementation of the filtering and spoofing, and how if the the operators are working in coordination or not, and so on. And the programs, MANRS, ambassadors, and fellows. It also has launched in 2020, and is another way MANRS found to make the global routing more secure and robust. So this program, the ambassadors and fellows work mainly in three mainly categories: the training, the research, and the policy. And each one will be in one of them. So, for example, I am in the training one. And to be an ambassador, the person should be part of should represent an network operator that is part of MANRS. It's participate in the MANRS community and is implementing the actions. And also, so for the fellows, it is not required to be part of the MANRS, but can be accepted. And they are mainly for the training. The MANRS ambassadors are meant to support the fellows, providing mentorship, guidance, so that the fellows can fulfill their obligation, can promote the trainings, then promote the workshops in the right way, correct way. Promote MANRS in the local and regional community. So writing and promoting route security in their region, their county, in their network, in their network members, in their adjacent networks, their customers, and so on. And they can contribute by building some making some capacity building, contribute to building the MANRS community through moderating training courses, coordinating with ambassadors in other regions, providing technical assistance to network operators, and more. So being part of being a MANRS ambassador, the one will be ready to work with another ambassador from other regions. And the MANRS fellows are mainly for the training. They will develop plan and the tutorials, trainings, or workshops. In the research category, they will analyze routing incidents that significantly impact the internet, and right above them, the policy will review and provide feedback on existing policy documents regarding issues that can be addressed through MANRS action, improve existing policy documents from MANRS. It means that, as we're saying, the work is not, yes, Vidar.
Can you please wrap up your presentation, and we should go to the question and answer
Rogério, can you please
session.
conclude?
Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, as I was saying, this is a continuous working. So that's why the policy will analyze the existing policies so that they can be improved. and you can MANRS and making some courses. The MANRS provide some online course that you can learn about MANRS, but also learn about securing routing, securing internet, and you can find this is the guide for implementing the MANRS policies, and you can find in the MANRS web page, and some tutorials also in the MANRS web page. And thank you. Hope we can get involved more in the MANRS community. And I'm sorry for the time issues. Here, some the initiative you can develop, and you can choose from these 7, and by the end of the training you have to present what you have chosen, and yes, I'm sorry for the time. Hope we understood each other. Thank you, Vitor, and I'm sorry for taking much time.
Thank you very much, Rogério, for this your presentation and all the information that you have shared. So far, there is only one question. So this question was asked by Mukhtar. So how can we distinguish a wrong announcement from a good one? I think he's talking about routing in this question. So how can we identify a fake announcement from one that is right? Rogério, can you reply?
Sorry, I was trying also to understand here, but it's in French, and can you please help me?
Rogério, I think he's asking, the question is how do you distinguish a fraudulent ad from a good ad?
From fraudulent ad to a good ad, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. We can do it, but first we can make some filtering policies, but also we can make the source validation. The good way of seeing it is by source validation, source address validation. So if we are receiving, for example, a packet from a certain one, and we compare in our database, for example, where we have all the sources written there, if he announced it to be network A, while in our database that is correct, the one is network B, we can see this is a fraudulent announcement, and it can be accidentally or deliberately, but this is a way of seeing it. And yes, I hope to be understood.
Thank you very much, Rogério. I think this is an answer to the question that has been asked. I do not see any other questions. So I would like to draw your attention to the chat box where many links have been shared by myself and my colleague. So I invite you to use those links to have more information on the subject matter. There are also training modules that will be dealing with routing security, and I suggest that you subscribe or register. And if you would like to have more information on routing security, you can use those links to register. We also have the Connect platform that connects all the participants according to their region. So we have North America, the Caribbean, Asia Pacific, Africa, and the link for the Africa community has been shared. And many links have been shared. So this is a conversation that will continue beyond this webinar. I do not see anybody raising their hand. So I think we can stop here. I will give the floor to Rogério for some concluding remarks. You have one minute for your concluding remarks. Rogério, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Victor, and thank you everyone for joining the session today. Hope it was helpful, useful, and I hope we keep collaborating. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rogério. I would like to thank all the participants for taking the time to join us today. And I would like to also indicate that this is not the end of the journey. So the main achievement will be for you to implement an initiative or a small activity at local level. So I invite you to implement an activity on routing security and on MANRS. So you can also share your activities on the different social media. Again, I invite you to see the links that have been shared by my colleague in the chat box. And you can have more information on routing security. I would like to thank you for your active participation, and I hope to see you soon.